Alright, here we go. Uh, let's play a game. Alright, let's just go into some lines that I'm curious about. Uh, okay, what the heck? Alright, let's see. Oh my goodness. Just setting a little trap if he castles. Okay. Alright, this is getting very ugly, very fast. Oh my goodness. It's terrible. This is terrible. Holy shit. So bad. So bad. Oh. Oof. Terrible. Oh. this is no. I should have played. Oh my god. Okay, this is retarded. Oh, that was a draw there. Oh god. Oh, not thinking clearly. Although, okay, still draw. Jesus Christ. This is so bad. Oh, shit. Wow, that was the worst game ever. Okay. Oh, alright. Let's just check a few things here. Holy shit. Was this? This is this drawn? Hmm. Yeah, it's drawn. Because even if the king ends up here, if I'm here, I can still go this way. I think it's a draw. But probably easier was here, because then it gives me the most direct line to here. Whatever. Still draw. Crazy. And here, surprisingly, I thought it was a mistake not taking the pawn, but this is actually a safer draw because both of them end up being rook pawns. Whereas if I had taken in this line, should still be a draw, but still a draw. I can just shuffle my king between these two squares probably and get a draw. And then what else? Here I thought he should have had some kind of tactical thing. Yeah. Here he could have done this. And yeah, forces exchange of rooks. He missed that. So actually, yeah, amazingly this wins for black. And earlier here, okay, even here, I missed this idea of running with the pawn. In which case, it's better to keep the king probably here somewhere. And then what else is there? Gosh. What the heck? I totally missed that. Okay, so what do I have to do here? Nothing. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss here. What to do? But at worst, maybe I just have to do this. And then earlier, I mean, this whole sack didn't really pan out after this and then b5. This makes me wonder, like, is there some better way to do this? I was tempted to do this, but I didn't think that was enough. Here, nah. So, and then somewhere just in all these complications, like, I don't even know if bishop b5 was necessary. Mm. Like here. Shit. It's not so... Okay, I wonder if this is better, but then this is kind of scary. But worst comes to worst, even after this, can't be that bad. Like here... No, this is not bad at all. Blitz c4 in the air, coming next. Yep, I'm starting to think maybe knight e3 was better, followed by... Because at least from e3, the knight can support c4. Although here I still have to go with this first, probably. Yeah, and then d6. I mean, just seems like a better version of this. So, whereas after 95, it looks pretty, but and then here probably better was just to just take this out. Gives me and then the bishop is nicely controlling the b8 square, which is cool. And then maybe I can just like kind of slow play something with like c4 at some point. I don't know, dude. Uh, Whatever. Right here. I don't like this whole c4 thing. Unsupported. I just don't like it. Maybe there are some things like here if I tempt him into nah, still always queen d5 and then b5 supports everything. Alright, whatever. Okay, next game. That was weird. Oh shit, I'm sick today. God. Holy shit. Ah, fuck my life. Alright, let's go. Fuck. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Alright, fuck it, let's go. Alright, what am I curious about these days after D4? Whatever, let's go. Let's go. Alright, this should be good. But I'm curious about some things after this, like some subtleties. I mean, I will do this, and then of course, I think Queen C2. Okay, alright. It's good, I'm curious about stuff here too. Oh my god. Somehow none of this looks very convincing, I have to say. Gosh. I'm sure there were some inaccuracies in there somewhere. Let's create some threat of bishop takes knight followed by rook takes a2. He might just give it up right now. I'm not even sure how he deals with that. Like that, eh? Okay. How is he going to develop? He's going to develop the knight to d2. Well, let's anticipate that then. Like, how is he guarding f2? Oh, man. Holy shit. I like this here. Although after knight g5 or something. There's no knight g5. Knight e5. No. Whatever. Just, well, please faster. Actually, better was rook g1, I think. Just completely immobilizing him. Now I'm going wrong a bit here, for sure. Now I'm really going wrong here. Holy shit. It's starting to get really terrible. Oh, this is terrible. No, beast. Oh my god. This is garbage. Absolute utter garbage. Not even clear what to do better, to be honest. This is horrendous. This is absolutely horrendous. Okay, I don't know what he's doing though. Horrendous shit, man. Horrendous shit. Wow, what a move. What a move. Oh my god, it's a check. Holy shit, this is terrible. This gets worse and worse. Fuck my life. So bad. Okay, I don't know. I was hallucinating or something. I mean, with half a brain, I beat a 23-30 something, so whatever. I'll take it, man. Holy shit, that was bad. Okay. I don't know why I thought he can somehow take the bishop and move the king and be okay here. But I think he's lost now that I look at it. Crazy. No, so how do I didn't like that I let go of b7. What the heck was that? But I really did not know how to. Could not figure this out. Oh my god. Like here, first of all, instead of taking the pawn. Oh shit. Oh, here. This is okay. Ah, you know what? It's pinned. The rook is pinned. I can take it at any time. So to be on the safe side, I don't see anything wrong with doing this first. There's nothing wrong with that. But okay, if I take, he takes. I thought this discovery maybe gives me something. Okay, so here. Now in hindsight, I was thinking here, but that doesn't really help. The rook can move anyways. So then does this check do anything? Like, does this cripple him in any major way? Possibly. But then knight a3 still. Nah, I think this is okay. But here, where did I go wrong with? So I went here, this is okay. So he goes back there. What's a better way to do this all? I think nice would have been get this rook back in the game rather than trying to push the pawn right away. Because it's hard to get this pawn there. Not going to be enough by itself. I think better is here. And then at least this way I can kind of support things from the back. Like let's say, I don't know, man, like wherever this stuff goes, the idea is I can come back here, and then the bishop and pawns can take care of themselves. I think that would have been kind of a more facile thing, more an easier thing. And then what else? Even after this, like this whole thing is not really working. So I mean, here I let go of this square. So how am I gonna push the pawn, right? Doesn't make sense. So should have just pushed the pawn. It's just really fast. And then this way there are some tactics. Like let's say he does something, I don't know, whatever he tries to do. The idea is I can actually go here. No, after let's say one more move. Okay, let's just give it one more move. Whatever. Waste a move. Now the idea is I can go, well now I can just take the knight. So this is actually really dangerous, I'd say. Just pushing right away. Probably forces rook back. And then this should be an easy win once I can even here now. But yeah, pushing the pawn the first chance I get here would be way better. I guess I was kind of worried that he can come and stop things, but it doesn't seem all that likely. Like at worst here, I mean, I can even just win the knight. I think pushing the pawn is better. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. Now other things, sirs, just in the opening, there are some subtleties there that because I don't really know what I'm doing. I what assumptions do I have? I know that this kind of thing is supposed to benefit the side with the double pawns, but I don't really know why. Other assumptions do I have? I know that here there's some kind of line sometimes with this kind of thing. Although I don't think it works here because he takes, I take, and then he has this checkmate. But then there are other questions like why can't I play e6 first? But I guess he just comes back. That's not working. So if I can't play bishop f5 yet, after knight c6, I am reintroducing this threat. So how might the game go here? Let's just say he plays something like e3. Now I can play this, and I'm just curious what happens. Like if I take here, who's better there? I don't know. It's like, uh, what would he do even? Like let's say he tries something like this kind of thing. What's the material here? I'm a rook and a pawn for the exchange, and I don't see him. Uh, I don't see him winning the queen anytime soon. But I don't know how I'm getting out of this either. But I would be totally down to play this. It would be interesting. There's always things I can do like this. Just whatever. I don't know what the engine says, but it's interesting. So my main question is, after this, what's kind of the engine way of doing this as white? And then also, is this really better for black? And like why? And what are the ideas here? So let's just turn on the engine to check some of these assumptions here. Okay. All right, so c5 is okay. It's good, of course. And queen b6 can't be bad. Queen b3. Okay, and then here, after queen b3, yeah, so see, like, I'm just kind of dogmatically following some things I've seen, but it doesn't even make sense to me, to be honest, but okay. But no, all right, whatever. Queen c2, I would play knight c6 personally. Setting up bishop f5, and sort of test my assumption. Is bishop f5 good here? And yes, it is. Interesting, so he'll have to run. And so what does he recommend instead? After knight bd2 and b3 and stuff, it likes white better. I don't know why. I suppose black's pawn structure is not the best here. But then the question is, how can black do better here then, if he doesn't go for this whole c4 thing? Like, do I need to play c4? I don't like my pawn structure there. Engine is saying knight c6. And it's interesting that it likes black here. I don't know why. Like, let's say I do play something like this. I guess, no, I don't see this coming anytime soon. He's guarding it, so what's the idea? Why does the engine like black here? Like, let's say I make some natural moves. I guess I can even do something like this, eh? Oh, it looks scary, man. Like this. Let's say king d7. Knight e5 is coming, my god. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, 5. It's suggesting rook takes a3. B takes knight. Oh, what the hell, man. Anyways, my takeaway is that, yes, I was right about some things after c4 and queen c2. But the thing is, if white doesn't fall into that, I don't particularly like black's pawn structure. It seems like white is the one with the better play with these breaks, better pawn structure after all that. I don't know. It's okay, it's playable, but it just opens my eyes to another way of playing as black. It's just to play knight c6, and then in the future I can check out what are the ideas and continuations here. I don't have to keep going for the c4 thing. Just one thing I want to check is after c4 and queen takes b6, why does theory and the engine both like black's position? It's not clear to me. Like here, how did the game go? He takes, okay, what if he doesn't take the knight? If he plays knight a3 instead? How might the game go? Like, let's say I play something like this. See, I'm getting wrecked already, right? Like, here, fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. None of this looks very good at all. Like, if I take, He's the one who takes and has pressure. This is not looking very good. So what is the engine saying? Bishop d7, first of all, to rule out knight b5. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, let's say he goes something like here. I suppose I go e6 as a human player. And let's say he goes e3. Ah, then I'm trying to take on a3. So he has to go, let's say, knight c2. And then I might go something to c6 as a human. And then let's say he goes e3. And then as a human, okay, b5 looks very logical. And let's say he takes out the defender of the b5 square, and I end up taking with something like the bishop. And he moves here, and then it still likes black. I don't know why. Even if I make computer moves, I don't see how black is crashing through here. I really don't know, man. Let's make some human moves. Alright, here I just found after knight e7 he had too much defense over e5. So my attacks didn't really seem like they were working. What did I play? I played this, eh? But like, let's say here, here, I couldn't really make it work. I needed the queen to be on the light squares. Nothing really there. Crazy. Crazy. So what's a better way of doing this? I think this way is better. That way the knight stays on e5. Like here, let's say something like this instead. It's like a similar kind of thing, but in a better variation, you know? Like, I'm not saying this is winning or anything, but I think it is. But so what did I do there? Instead of like the way I played it, allows the knight to guard e5 before my knight ends up there in this variation. My knight is not on e5, but whereas taking out one of the defenders of e5 really helps me. Now the knight is already on e5, and it gives me some extra options. I think that was the way to continue. Why didn't I play it during the game? I guess this didn't seemed more like catchy to my eye with the knight already on e5. Whereas here, actually, it's even here. The knight really sits on e5. It had to be knight takes e6 has to be the thing. And I was also like too fixated on making things like this work, but it's not. C5 hangs. It's not really. Although it still could be something because I can give that up as a sack this way, and then go with the attack. And I think this can't be that bad. But man, simplest was knight takes c6, reload knight onto e5, and then go for g5. Just easy does it. And of course f4, as soon as I played it, I kind of regretted it because after c5 falls, this diagonal becomes weak. So simpler was obviously something like just knight f3, keeping everything in the air, and then just trying to play on the queen side after, let's say, locking it down. I don't know, something like this. Yeah, I'm not saying the opening, because I just want to check the opening very quickly here, like how exactly to play against this. Obviously taking is the... I know the other way to kind of go for an advantage is to turn it into a French advance, kind of with the bishop d3 variation, but okay, let's go for this one. So he went here, e6, I think you play a3 is reasonable. I don't know what happens there, who knows, but f3 or g4, a3. My idea was to give him the center pawn and play with the queenside pawns, because I've seen this kind of thing before. My god. Whatever. Not bad, not bad. One thing I would just do is some additional ideas that are more intuitive. Like, I knew I wanted to play queen d4 here, but I abandoned it because I thought, let's try to play theory, but like, this was actually my first instinct, is to play queen d4. It looks good here. Although, what happens here? Like, if he takes, I guess I won't take the knight. And if he takes here, I guess I can take the bishop. Can I? What's wrong with this? I'm in check. So I take here, takes here, rook g1, I guess. No, the real idea is that nothing is guarding this diagonal. Okay. Anyways, I played reasonably enough. Nothing too crazy. Whatever. I'll take it. Whatever. Oh my god. And let's just check that ending. I mean, was this not even the game? What is going on here? How did I get into this game? What the fuck? Where did my Carol game go? What the heck? What just happened here? I want to check the end combination of that game. Was there anything better than knight c6 that I was talking about? Did I miss any kind of win or something here? Let's check it back here somewhere. When it started to get spicy, I don't like f4 in particular, but it should be reasonable. Okay, here. All good, all good. Okay, it likes g5. I thought easier is just knight takes c6 here, and followed by knight e5 and then g5. Yeah, I'm not wrong about this. Although it's not so clear cut. Of course, the engine finds ways to keep the game going with knight h5. It's not clear cut at all. But in a human, it's a nice, simple game. What the engine likes, what I did actually, g5. But I could not find the win here. I just could not find the win here. I played this just to kind of bail out. I bailed out with the draw because I was low on time. And even if he gave me a whole bunch of time, I cannot find the win here. So let's see what the engine says. It likes a few different things. Okay, let's try this first. King takes. What's the idea here? Knight. Oh, man, what is this shit? E6 becomes weak. Eh? E6 becomes very, very weak. I mean, here I'd probably just take it. And then continue the attack. Although it's staying this kind of square. This is insane. Oh my god. And of course, once the knight ends up on d6, it cuts out the f7 square. So there's additional things. This is crazy. Okay. So playing against the weakness of the e6 pawn after knight takes f7. With knight d4 instead. Okay, but yeah, crazy, dude. And then here, if he goes back, I guess queen takes, followed by what? I'm just gonna like not look at the engine here. Like if he goes, I think a rook lift should be enough. Although queen takes g5. Bishop takes g5. How do I finish this shit? I think there's also this. So like just a sample line, I think if I do something like this, I think I can take that bishop even. And then something like this is winning, obviously. Yeah, this is crazy. It does actually work. And the other way it likes is g6. I thought of g6, but I could not find any continuation here. But I missed e6 and all these lines. E6 is so weak. This is easy. Okay, now I still don't see the win though, but I think queen h3 should be enough. Is there another way to do? Oh my god, this. Alright, dude, that's crazy. This is crazy. I did get to this position, and I played queen f2. I didn't. So what? What was the stumbling? Like, why? Why could I not? What is keeping me from finding a move? Like finding this the ideas around knight takes. I mean, obviously, I looked at knight takes f7. It's the most intuitive thing to want to play here. Knight takes f7 because the king ends up on f7. And then I was only looking at knight discoveries like 95 with the idea of trying to bring the queen over to the h file. But the bishop is controlling the h file. Like, queen cannot get to h5. But, okay, it's because, when you solve puzzles, you solve tactics. I don't really get that theme of like a weak e6 pawn after a sack on f7. It's always something to do with the h file or g6 or something. But, so even though I found all the moves leading up to everything, but the idea of e6 being weak here after taking on f7, so I just had to get the king away from f7. away from the defensive e6. I was thinking a little bit too dogmatically here, looking for patterns I'd seen rather than the reality that what is really happening here. That's interesting. Wow, amazing. Okay, I'll take it. I think that's enough for today. Not bad, not bad. Little bit at a time. Not trying to do anything crazy here. I'll take it. I'll take it. Spent a minimum of time. How much time did I spend on this stream here? 46 minutes. Could have been even been shorter. So it's not bad. Like a 45-minute time investment. With a good bang for the buck. It's really not bad. Not a bad session at all. Rating went up a bit even. 22, 24. One thing I might try is I would want to play a 5-minute game on the computer because I'm playing with the touchpad. It's not. I can't play fast. 3-minute games kill me with the time pressure. I would play 5-minute games when using the laptop like this while streaming.